Hello everyone, let's talk scissors and shears. In my opinion, any decent shop is going to have at least one or more pair of scissors or shears. They're invaluable for doing any kind of work around the shop, not just for cutting tapes and cords and things like that, but many times the scissors will save you a lot of time, and shears gives you a clean cut. And I've had them for years, different types. These types here that you see displayed now, these are basically a shearing type of tool, and they're made from metal and larger objects. You can cut many things with shears other than just flashing and sheet metal and copper. You could see different types have different the way they're laid out. They were laid out that most of the leverage, because of the longer handle and the short bill, they would have a good amount of leverage. You can cut many different materials. You can cut the plastics and nylons and things like that with shears. And as we move down, you could see the different types, but they all have basically the same configuration of having a thicker jaw, longer handle, gives you a lot of leverage, and it also stops the flexing that you might have because these jaws are so stout. As we move down to the larger pair of shears, these are a pair of Wiss, two models, and they're both identical as far as dimensions and their physical appearance. But I think this one is an older model. This is a Wiss number 8, and if you look on the jaws here, all it says is it says forged steel. Beautiful pair, well made, nice feel to them. However, this pair, the Wiss 18, this one here says inlaid crucible steel over here on the jaw. It also has a number 15 on the second handle, and the back here it says Wiss, Newark, New Jersey, USA, and again the model 18. So I don't know too much about their codes or what it was named, but these were very nice pairs. These things will cut just about anything that you put in front of them. Moving down the line, these are a more modern pair. These are aluminum, and these are made, they're called a Malco, and they have replaceable steel blades, aluminum body, and what's nice about these is that they're very light. So you see a lot of sheet metal workers and tin knockers carrying this type of scissor when they're doing certain jobs up and they have to carry their tool. Some more modern pair of what we call tin snips, or when you think of tin snips, you usually think of these type. Probably the most common pair that you'll find are Wiss makes them, and they make these are straight. They also have them curving to the left and to the right, and they're called left-handed and right-handed snips, depending on what type of material or how you're cutting. This here is, again, around the shop. You might use these for cutting different materials. This is a new pair I just bought. This is a fantastic pair of this is one of my favorite tools, as a matter of fact. It's called a Wiss model M300, and it's made in the USA. I don't know if they're still in Jersey or not, but I bought this to actually open the clamshell packaging that I despise so much. That it seems like everything is coming in today to save money, but this cuts through it like butter will cut through many things. It has a hardened steel jaws, and you could feel the steel is different than modern steels are today. It's really well made. Wiss model M300, highly recommended. But if you don't have any scissors around the shop, you must really get your hands on a pair of decent cutting tools. But it's funny, this pair here, these two, are in my shop every day, and I use these all the time. I must use these scissors for pattern making and cutting. They cut sharp. They have a very sharp cut, as you could see. They're well made, but they're Chinese imports. They're inexpensive, but I've had them for years and they've never dulled on me, so I can't really knock them, except for the fact that I would like an American pair if I could. But they're cast. They're a cast material, but they do work well, and like I said, I use them all the time in the shop. Moving down a little bit, we have something. These here are called pinking shears. Pinking shears are used in the tailor industry, or any seamstress or anything. And when you cut with a pinking shear, what happens is it makes a zigzag type of cut, as you can see here. And what that does is when you're hemming clothes or anything, you can see by the jaws that they will cut like that. Used for material, things like that. When you're hemming clothes, by having this type of cut in the bottom, it doesn't fray, and you won't have strings and things like that. So you would do this, and then you would hem your clothes, and you wouldn't have any fray. So that's why they use it. The reason I've always found them interesting as a kid. We used to use them all the time, my grandmother's. But I came across a pair of these. These are parallel pinking shears. They're called Pro Pinkers, made by Concord. And you can see the action when I say parallel. What happens is when it opens, it has a parallel action, so it gives you more leverage, and obviously a professional pair of shears, but they work so well, and they were really well oiled when I got them, so whoever had them really took good care of them. They're an aluminum body, hardened aluminum jaws, I guess, because it don't feel like there is a steel over here, but they're really well made. Beautiful, beautiful pair, and they work fantastic. But I don't have much use for pinking shears, but what I did find was my favorite pair of shears are another pair of compound shears, which I find amazing. And these are made by a company called Shears Comp Lever in Detroit Shear Company. And these were made in 1909. The patent date here says, if you could look closer, see if I can get it, it says patent October 12th, November 30th, 1909. And you can see the action on these compound shears. And how a compound shear works, obviously, is that the leverage from this double knuckle gives you compounding action. So you can cut items that would be so much more difficult. They made them longer and longer over here, where this company just decided to do a little lever action. Really good, excellent pair, 100 years, over 100 years old, works as good as the day probably they were made. They cut through anything, but really nice pair. But like I said, if you don't have a pair of shears or scissors in your shop, you should consider getting one, because they're without a doubt some of the most useful tools that you'll ever use. Okay, thanks.